We're on page 6 and 7, and again I have already prepped some pages. So this is PD, I have got it written down and I will have it somewhere, but this is the grey fussy cutting elements. So I have cut a mat to slightly bigger than the white. I have lost my piece of paper that has got every single measurement that I have used in this album. I don't know where I've put it. I hope it hasn't fallen on the floor. But this mat is 6 1/4 by 8 1/4, and then I've cut the grey mat underneath to 6 1/2 by 8 1/2. So just going to pop this down. I'm a bit worried now because I can't find my sheet with all my measurements. It's got to be here somewhere. Right, so I'm going to just stick this down. And then I'm going to add the whites on top. And then on the other side, what I love about scrapbooking is that these starting off, they're like flat pages, but when I start adding all the little bits and pieces to them, they're going to look pretty incredible. So I have also cut a mat. I think these are, let's double check the size, these are 3 by 4s, and I have cut a grey mat to 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I've only chosen one 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. No, it's by 4 because this was 3 3/4 by 3. Did I make these all? I have absolutely no idea why I cut those shorter. Anyhow, I'm going to be adding that there like that. No, I remember when I was setting it up I didn't want it to look like that. So I have got some landscape and some portrait. So the big portrait, this one, remember, can always be divided into smaller pieces, and these, to make them more interesting, we can add little bits on the outside. We can draw around them. Definitely need to give these a clean. Thought I had taped up all the mats already while I was talking to my nephew. Did that one. So this one we've actually got space and we could raise a few quite easily, quite comfortably, because I have got the space here between the 2 pages, but I'm not going to. So now what I do is I always position them so that I can get my spacing right, kind of get them positioned on the space they're going. So So I'm going to position them like that. I wonder if I should give a bit of space between. So I'm going to do them kind of close to the bottom. Golly. Same distance top and bottom, and then obviously try and keep them in line. This one I tore the release paper, silly me. Right, then we've got to fit in 3, so this is going to be a bit tighter. Let's get this one going. I'm a bit worried about that one. 3. Should have trimmed that. It's going to annoy me. I wonder if I can get it off. Sometimes if you haven't really given it much pressure, you can get them off like that one relatively easily too. And if you want to, you can just get a piece of release tape. Stick it over the top. Neaten it. And now we can stick it down properly. Right, so this is page, what did we say we're on? Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5 and page 6. And I say to you, dicky it up. You come in with your silver pen. Just draw some freehand lines around it. And by the time you've put your photo in, it looks like $1,000,000. Well, I think it does anyway, and we've added a few words. It's going to look amazing. Right, we are on to page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. I don't know how I said I've got 9 and 10. I don't know. I'm losing it. I'm definitely losing it. Right, we're going to take these prints. I love this paper. I really do. It's so pretty. I'm going to score 5 3/4 and 6 1/4 on all 3. Okay. 5 3/4 and 6 1/4. Just a different way of doing like a waterfall. Okay. And I have got this little floral that I thought I would add over the join. We can either put it there or over the join, and I kind of like the idea of it going over the join. Okay, and then we're going to take these and we're going to pop our tape in between the two score lines. I'm using 10mm tape, but half-inch tape will fit perfectly. Okay, we're going to fold on both score lines. I'm going to put one there and one there, and I'm going to do one this way. But this one, I think what I'm going to do is cut a 4.5 inch . So slightly bigger, which I'm also going to score at 5 3/4 and 6 1/4. I'm not 100% sure if this idea is going to work. What I thought of doing is popping this one, and what you do need to do with these is you need to make sure that they line up, number one, and number two, that when you line them up that they're absolutely level. This one is not level. Okay, so my one option was to put it directly on top. The other one was to stagger, so I'll have one on top and one underneath, and it also will create a bit of a page mat. And then on this side I thought of just having those with possibly a little bit of color, so bringing in a little bit of pink. I'm just looking for one of my offcuts. See, I've got that again, which I really like. Oh, there's this little bit of floral. I love this floral as well. So it will either be that little bit there, okay, so it's going to look like that and like that with that bit of green at the back, or alternatively it's going to just have this little piece of pink. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Not 100% sure if I love this yet. And I'm not sure if I love just the little pink stripe or whether I prefer the entire piece of. I think I'm opting for the green. Okay, I'm going to or hold on, we could just have the stripe, which I like even more. So I'm going to stick the stripe down. Didn't want too much pink on this page. I think we just got the right mix of pink. So it opens and opens, opens and opens. And then on this side, I'm not 100% sure if I love this piece of white, unless I make it the same color, I mean the same size. Let's try that. It's cut it to 4 inches. Let's have that on top of that, creating like a waterfall with the white underneath. I think what's putting me off is that piece of pink. If we could have like an R piece of pink there, straight away that makes it better. Right, let's take this, we're popping it in the middle. So basically it's just creating a waterfall with a slight difference, and we could come in with like a piece of that or a piece of that, which I quite like, something different. So when I mean different, I mean it's not matchy. I just want to trim this because it's still got that little piece of grey. And I'm going to just mark this. And then I'm going to stick that on there. And if I wanted to, I could add another one at the top and another one at the bottom inch. We could possibly get one on the bottom. We could definitely get one on the top. Okay, so that is, forgotten the page number again, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and we're going to open and go inside this one because I have got a similar setup here. So I have chosen to use the greener side. The other side is the floral. Just make sure that when you stick it down, you stick it correctly. So you're going to do 5 3/4 and 6 1/4. 5 3/4, 6 1/4. And then we have I clearly put this here for something. Oh, I know why, because it said each milestone is a chapter in your story. So I thought that was pretty cool to put somewhere. So let us just chop this off. Maybe it could go there. You know what, I'm going to stick it down for now. I just don't want to lose it. And if it's stuck with tape, I can always move it. So this one, I thought I would just pop these down. I'm thinking that they would probably look really lovely if they were matted. And the size of these is 6 by 4. So just going to grab my whites. I'm going to make them just bigger. So I'm going to make it 6 1/8 by 4 1/8. I'm going to cut 2 of those. So it's just a very skinny white mat. Actually broken these scissors. Gosh, I've got 2 pairs of these red ones now that I've broken. I think it's just because I have so much I have a lot of glue on them. I must just remember to leave them open. And now on this one, you're going to decide which way you want it. Do you want that side out? And also make sure these are straight, so when you burnish. When I was doing the online classes during COVID, I used to tell the ladies that at least, I'm a teacher by profession, at least paper's not like naughty children, it listens. What I'm thinking as well is this finished size is 6 1/4 by 4. going to cut this to 6¼ I'm going to cut this to 6, and what did I cut the last one to? Is it just me where you can't find the measurement? Like when you're trying to measure 6 and 5/8. So I've taken a new one because I want to measure the same. Okay, that's 6 5/8, so 6½ must be roughly there. Maybe look, 4½. And a 4½. And I'm thinking that I will do it. Oh, 4½ is too big, so it needs to be 4¼ by 4¼ I'm thinking if I mat that like so, I do like that idea. Oh, got to put the glue on, I mean the tape. So that's what I was telling you, make sure you put the tape on the correct side. If you want the floral out, you're going to have your tape on the floral, and if you want the tartan, is this a tartan plaid print, you're going to put the tape on the plaid. Right, let's do this. And then we're going to put tape on the back of these. A lot of tape. Let's get sticking. Right, let's get it taped down. And there we have it. So we've got that inside that kind of matches, ties in with a bit of pink on this side. So effectively we have 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 and a footer underneath there, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 photos on these, plus on this side as well, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I think it's about 31, 32 because you've also got a counter underneath. And that takes us over to our last page. Oh look, there's all my notes. So this one I've prepped them. I have got a triple mat on this last page because I thought this would be like first birthday. So I've done the green. And I'm thinking I'm going to pop it up a little bit higher so there's space to journal underneath. Then it's going to have the white. Ready for the party. Okay, and then on the back page I thought that what I would do here was have space, so that would be like the first birthday party, and then this would be space for lots of pictures. So I think I'm going to stick with a single mat here. So let's just add these. I don't normally use a ruler, but I feel my eyes getting a bit tired. And then what I thought of doing on this side is just doing kind of some pages directly underneath. Holy moly, I've got 2 different sizes. That one is a different size. Probably should have stuck these down first and then put those on top so I could get them lined up. But we shall make a plan. There is always a way for it to be done. I've only stuck those two sides down. I'm not sure because I've got quite a few little bits and pieces here. Cheers, but I don't like the color of that against the grey. I've also got that floral, and I'm sure there was another florally little flower that I might cut and stick underneath. Quite like that. So I'm not going to stick this side down until I've decided what to do. So let's go through the album and you can see what I've done. I haven't done the spine yet. I need to do that still. So opening up, we have the front page where I put the floral, space for a photo, so it can either go over there or to the side. Opening up onto page 1, I still think I'm going to change this. I don't like the black. I think it needs to be grey. The silver's too light, so it needs to be like a grey. But I'm quite happy with that. Then onto this page, I've got that with a page, and I'm going to cover that with something. This also will be covered, and so will that magnets. Then onto page 2 and 3, we've got a symmetrical page, opening up to the inside of it, space for a photo for every month until she's a year. Then onto this page where I popped this one underneath. I have a feeling those are, no, but I possibly will pop a 6x4 underneath here. So I just need to cut another one, but we've got that set up, and then we've also got these down the bottom where I think I'm going to just draw a line around it. Onto the next page where we've got space for a nice big photo. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Onto this page where there's lots of little spaces for photos on this side, and then opening up, you're going to have to do some form of closures here. And then onto this page where it's first birthday, and then hopefully first birthday party. So that is as far as I got till tomorrow, and I found all my notes. Yay!